two-part video.
You got it. How'd you do it?
Just the way I was taught.
What?
On the other side.
What, did Sheldon help you on this one?
No. You
He
taught
got
me.
it all by himself?
He did.
Oh, dang. And if Jeff can do it, that means
Anybody can do it, right?
Who work in your garage can do it. There you go. He remembered the screws. It's a good sign. And those you don't have to have wicked tight.
Yep, because we're just going to plastic.
Yep. See that titty?
Yep.
That little titty goes in this hole here, and that's a locating dowel for your controls.
Now I see why you guys are smiling and laughing every single day when you're doing this.
We make it fun, don't we?
You do?
Yes, we do. Welcome back. Just to recap, yesterday we took the fairing off. We did the Dynamat to the inner and outer fairing. We have the bars off. We have the new bars wired. So what we'll be doing now is we're going to throw the bars on. Then we're going to mock up the inner fairing. We're going to set the bars so that, one, we're not hitting the front of the bar on the inside of the fairing, and two, we want to make sure that when we do turn the bars, we're not going to hit this tank dash here. Once we get that done, we'll jump over. We're going to switch it up just a little bit. We're going to tackle the brake line first, even though the instructions say to do the clutch. We're going to save the clutch for the last because that's going to be the easiest, quickest thing to do. The brake line will definitely be the most time consuming and will require some patience. So, with that said, let's jump into it. What we're going to want to do is make sure that we have equal clamping force across the clamp. Tighten this clamp down. We're going to be alternating from side to side because we want to make sure that these gaps are even. Equal clamping force is key. I mean, you can do it where they're not level, but then it doesn't look good either.
Okay, but when do we set the position of the bar? Or is that it?
Nope, you're good. So I would say that's probably tight enough there because we still have a little bit of movement here.
Okay.
That we can rotate these.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to set this up on here. What we're looking for on these bars is, see this gap right here? We want to make sure that this gap is not level. Once you get this gap level where these bars are farther down, what will end up happening is when you turn the bar, you're going to hit this dash. That dash you're going to whack on the left and right front side. So as long as there's a little bit of an angle there, like that, that's what you're looking for. So that tells us that we have plenty of room here. So lift this back off. We can go ahead, we can tighten that down.
Just like that?
Yep.
Got it?
Bars are on.
Bars are on.
Next step, if you guys are at home and you do not have a lift, you will be getting very close and comfortable with the ground. If you guys happen to have a lift, this is where you would raise it up because we're going to be doing the brake line now. With doing the brake line, this is the fun part. So this line comes down this frame rail, down to the support, down all the way back to the ABS module right here. To start that, we're going to take this clip off, and then we'll take this retainer clip off. Yep, that will need a screwdriver. Don't break this, save it. Pop the screwdriver down in there, it'll pop that tooth locked. All right, so these guys down here are 5mm.
Where?
These two regulator bolts right here. So now we have dropped this down. See how you can see these wires up in, or these lines up in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You'll see down here we have a lot of zip ties to cut. 1, 2, 3. The one that everyone is probably going to miss is this one right here, which is just in front of the exhaust crossover. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is the patient's chair, Jeff. Pop a squat on that. You're going to be there for a minute.
As in patience, not as in patience like a doctor.
Yeah, so now that we have all of these zip ties undone, okay, this is, I believe, a 5mm here. What this is it's a retainer clip that holds the lines up against the ABS module. So there's one bolt there, and then the other bolt is where your patients will come in, it's up in line with the belt up here. You'll have to do most of it by feel. You can push the belt up. And then the other one is going to be mostly by feel. But it's in line with the belt.
In line with the belt.
So if you go from the bolt you just
Flat
took
like
out,
this, just like the other one was?
Nope. So it'll actually be from the bolt you took out.
Yep.
It'll be in the 230 position. So it'll be just like up slightly.
Oh, yep.
You feel it?
Yep. I got it.
Okay. Nitrous infused nitro mango.
Does it make you run faster?
13.7 mile an hour. If you were to take the side cover off, thinking you're going to gain access to seeing it, you won't.
not.
Because this is all a cast molded piece, so everything's covered. So you have to do it all by the feel. You know what I'm saying? See that face? He's getting the feel.
So this is where that 6 hours start to come in, huh?
What's that? The
To
patience?
do this job.
Oh, I mean, you can do it. It's just hard. It's taking me longer to do other things and take a bolt out.
Yeah. You ever see him go to the bathroom? He's gone for half an hour.
It's because I'm reading up on my new, latest, greatest Cycle Source magazine.
Plug for Cycle Source. I heard that.
Yep. Only time a man is in his sanctuary is when he has time alone in the bathroom.
So what's option number 2?
What's that?
There's no easier way, huh? This is it?
Mm-hmm. So I figured we start with the brake line first.
Yeah. This is where the DIY guy says, okay, where's my specialist? Where's my Ryan? Ryan! Quick to the cell phone, call Batman, and he comes over.
Call Batman. I'm Batman. Want me to check it out?
Yep.
Okay. There he goes. There you go.
Nice job, Orange.
And then this guy just pops off of here. So see how it has these indents?
Mm-hmm.
So this literally just presses over the line and then it just pops right off. But this is that bolt, so it's that kitty corner.
Yep.
Okay, now that we got that out, these little plastics off, right? So we'll save those. What this is gonna do is help us determine which wire it is, because what we're gonna need to do is see how, so I'm wiggling one of the lines.
Yep.
And you can see it's the front brake line, see it?
No, what you're wiggling is this one here,
Yep.
which is this here.
Mm-hmm. And then,
Okay, there's the front brake line.
so that's the front brake line.
Yep.
Okay. So this one here,
Yep.
this one here is
Yep.
this. So this goes up to the top. So this middle line, I'm gonna follow it back. Keep on following. And
This is
then,
the one you got right here.
yep. So it should be the left side of the two. So I'll let you jump back in the hot seat. Gonna make it a mess.
This is gonna make a mess.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna save that guy.
Yep.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this line off of this master.
There you
And the reason we have to do that is because this line is inside this frame tube here. And we're not gonna be able to get it out with that bend in the bottom. So we gotta take this line off and then we'll fish it down right through here. So it comes out and we'll pull it and we'll snake it out. There you go. Perfect.
Brand new line. It does.
With this piece right here, notice how this line will not go in here.
Okay.
See that?
Yep.
So what we need to do,
Is make
this
it
side is big enough. This is not, so we need to trim this out
Okay.
just a little, just to make this line seat in there. Look at that.
Enough, or you want
Yep.
more?
Nope. See how it's below? See how it's below the plastic?
Yep.
That's all you're looking for.
Yeah.
Look at that. See, that's
Tight.
how it's supposed to be.
Perfect.
Just like that. No way. Dude, you guys want to go on a cruise? I got like an all-inclusive lady on the line right now. I'm good, thanks. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Ta-da!
All right.
Here's the fun part.
So as long as that new brake line is in this passage,
Yep.
you're good. And I would start with the back one first. For those of you at home, just saying, that piece you're definitely going to want to put back on and put both bolts in it, because if you don't, what will most likely happen is your line will rub the belt and you will have no brakes, buddy.
And brake fluid all over the place. It just as an aside.
A few moments later.
Wrench. Need your left hand. Sorry.
Okay.
You try it. It's in the hole.
It's in the hole. Is it in the right hole? Yeah, we can. There you go.
Done?
Done, Jenny. Now that you have your retainer piece back on,
Yep.
keeping the line from the belt, get you a gang of zip ties. Now we will stop the brake line and we're going to jump over to the clutch. Once we get that clutch cable put on, we'll see this bike come back together in no time. So, and then the final steps will be bleeding that brake line and we'll be good to go. We're going to take this highway bar off. You have 2 bolts in the top here. You have 1 bolt over in the side over here,
Okay.
which for the side bolt, what you're going to find is most likely you're going to have to take this pad off or this mount off to get to that bolt. But these top ones are going to be a 6mm. These bottom ones are going to be an 8mm. We have to take this engine support bar loose. In the instructions, it will say to remove this support bar. We won't be doing that just because it's a lot of extra work. We can actually get away with it by just loosening up the bar and getting some clearance, and it'll slide out and we'll slide it in. And this is why I would start on the right side when taking this highway bar off, because once we get this bolt removed, we can take this 1 bolt out of the highway bar and then actually reattach this foot control loosely, so then we won't have to hold it any longer.
It's amazing when you have all the right tools, huh?
All right, now we can take this out and we'll slide it out. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna slide it out. without fucking shit up. Slide it out.
Hell, we got it off. We should have a powder
Not
cage.
fucking shit up. To get this clutch cable out, this is the clutch cable here.
Yep.
Okay, it comes up this way, and then right here, this is where it goes between the engine case and this frame here. So when you take this out, it's gonna get stuck right here. You will not be able to get it out. So, we're gonna fold that down, okay? Now, with that being said, we have plenty of room now, right? We have plenty of slack in the line because we collapsed it. So, I'm gonna pull this E-clip off.
Okay.
That E-clip will allow us to drop this out and take this out of the holder, okay? Because this is in a holder right now. Once we get it out the holder, that's when we're gonna be able to take this off. We'll then loosen this. You got it? Cool. All right. So 10 millimeter on the kickstand bumper and the clutch line support, then the E-clip, then take it out of the holder. There.
Okay.
So because we've collapsed that clutch cable,
Gotcha.
you're gonna fold. Yep. That's good. There you go. And then we'll loosen these two. And this is a very critical part of not loosening it too far.
Okay.
Because like I said, bolts go in through this side
Yep.
and they hold this side on. So if these come out,
That side,
okay, because we have those other ones loose,
the motor's gonna fall out.
it might not fall, but there's a potential of coming out of those
And
dowels.
these are 6s. Is that right?
Get out of there. Okay. Without taking this whole side off.
Okay.
Okay, now save this clip and we're going to save this boot. Slide it off the top. See how easy it is for Jeff to work with a wet noodle.
Okay, what's the trick, Ryan?
Once you get it over,
Yeah.
once you get over that piece,
Is that what she said? Once you get it over that piece.
ooh, that's weird. What piece are we getting over? We ain't in Taiwan.
Turns out she was a train.
Yeah. If she put a bag over my head, does it still count?
She put it over your head.
Yeah.
Turn the lights out too.
Situation, one of those. You know, just like that. Boop, 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 boop. And then, see how we got this right side up? Pull it back, and there you go. Okay. Install time. You want to come from the top here and come straight down. I'm kind of on one of these. Snap it back in there. We'll get your E-clip on. We'll put your kickstand bumper and clutch support bracket back on and be good to go. Okay. So then these two guys up here and save that guy for last. And then see how, as you're tightening, see how this side here is getting drawn in? Yep. Beep! That's your torque wrench. Dang.
How tight is that? A lot.
It is Indian factory torque spec. That's what that is. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so our clutch cable's on. Our brake line is on.
Sorry, you lost your magnet.
Our boot. Oh, Ned, look at that. Man, I got a fucking eye for some shit, dude.
You got an eye, alright.
Remember when I found that shit up
The thing
in
that
front?
didn't happen? Yeah, I remember that.
What didn't happen? Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I was referring to. Yep. Yeah, you're right. You're
You did
right,
something
buddy.
that didn't happen?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then because the other 3 bolts are in, you can go ahead and run that all the way down to the bottom and tighten it flush.
Okay.
And then we'll put this back in, tighten it flush, and then we'll go to the other bolts.
Just leave it like that for now.
Okay. Now we're going to connect this clutch switch. Tuck this up inside here. And then you got to make sure this wire is through that little notch there. See that notch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, put that through the notch there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, so I know it may feel like we've done quite a bit of bouncing around today. There is some madness behind it. The biggest thing was once we were to the point of where we lifted or we raised the lift, it was let's do the brake line, let's do the clutch line, let's do everything we need to do so we only have to go up one time. So now that we finished putting this regulator back on, everything on the bottom side is done for now. So we're going to drop it down. We'll assemble the top. Once we get the top down, or top on and done, the last thing to do will be to bleed the master cylinder. Or bleed the brakes, I should say that. Now we're going to go ahead and throw this interfering on. As we recall, only thing that holds this interfering on is these 4 bolts. So it helps to have a friend. What we're going to do is we're going to slide all them wires through this hole right here. Put the bolts on and zip her down. Cool. That's good.
Oh, good?
They're
Yeah.
tight.
Okay.
Wait, let's see.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yep. So we're on there. Bam. That is why you check first before you put it together, because now this thing's gonna be perfect. Bottom like that, and like that, and like this. Okay. Feed this back through there.
This is where we insert the remark of this is why you take photos.
Yep. Yep. Okay. So now we have them all connected. We have new zip ties on it, so we can make sure that nothing's going to interfere with anything. Everything's going to be happy. And now we are ready for the outer fairing. These 2 are your turn signal and running light. Same on this side. And then your headlight.
Would this be at a point where the DIY guy might want to just check and make sure everything's wired correctly before you get everything on, or is it pretty self-explanatory?
You could if you wanted, but you'd want to plug this headlight in,
Yep.
because otherwise if you don't, it'll set a code.
Gotcha.
But we certainly can.
No, I'm just asking a question just for those guys like myself that have never done this.
Nope. It's all good. Okay. Yep. Left turn. Right turn. Got your foggy lights. Should be this button over here.
Right
Yep.
Good.
Foggy lights. Yep. You
Okay.
got them. There you go.
Good.
You got it.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone knows this, but for those of you who don't, this is a cool little trick. When you're going to insert a bolt, it sits vertical, okay? You're not always going to be able to get it. Most of the time it's going to fall off. Grab yourself a little piece of towel, fold it in half, stick it over the head of the bolt, slide that through there. Yep. So now he can shake that all over without losing the washer and it won't come off. So it'll come off once it gets started and the threads grab. He'll be able to pull that out and we can fish that little piece of paper towel out. We're gonna do these four first. Ouch. We'll set the tops up in first, because those are the locks. Remember, you have your 2 bolts in the bottom.
I'm anxious to hear the new sound. Plug and play.
And what I would do, now he has that, I would push on either side of the Indian logo right there, and it'll snap all 3 in at the same time. There you go. Blue masking tape is your friend when it comes to these bolts. Just like this, so you see this blue tape. If I peel this tape off, those are inserts. Those inserts will fall down inside the fairing. So a little bit of blue tape. When you go to take it out, it'll hold it there, but then when you go in, put a finger on the back of it, go ahead, screw it in, and you'll be good to go. Why Shine Werks, you ask? Well, because it was specially formulated for the polycarbonate windshield. But we also made it safe for you to use on paint, plastic, trim, chrome, wheels. Please do not use it on the seat. It will be a slippery ride. So every time you're using it, you add just a very thin, light layer of protection with the wax. And that concludes our handlebar and Dynamat installation. Would you like to hear it? What would you say was the hardest part, Jeff?
Oh, the patience part.
The patience. Oh, the brake line.
The brake line.
The brake line will get you.
It did. Yes. Thankfully, you were here and you have had the experience of a few times doing this. So that really, really helped. Pretty straightforward.
Whoa! We're not using that. It automatically connected.
Using Wiz Khalifa.
Yep, that's just what came on.
Yeah.
Should we play something from Jeff's prime?
What are you trying to say?
Sounds pretty good.
It does sound really good.
Until next time, thanks for joining us with Jeff's Indian.
Thank you.